Hey, hey, everybody. We are here like we promised. We want to say hello. I'm Yolanda Hinton. I'm here with my co host, Edward Everett, AKA Mr. E. What's up, Mr. E?
And a pleasant good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining FYI After Dark with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. What a great day! What a great day!
It's a beautiful day here in Hampton Roads. During the weekend, we had the greatest weather in the whole wide world. Today, what happened to Mr. E? Today, there he is. We had a little cooler weather, but hey, it was still all right with me. And we're expecting our weather to warm up a little bit, but it's been really nice. Spring is tomorrow. I hope you all are ready. I know I am. And let's get this thing going. We want to welcome our platforms, first of all. Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Why am I
YouTube,
saying YouTube? I'm saying YouTube. Why, Mr. E?
because we own two YouTube channels, YouTube One and YouTube Two.
All right, at Crystal Records One, CRISTO Records One, go and subscribe. We need you all to subscribe to our channel. You know, a lot of people, Mr. E, fail to go and subscribe because they're not signed up with YouTube.
That's
But go
right.
ahead and sign up with YouTube. Go to our channel at Crystal Records One. That's the first channel on YouTube. And then go to FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. Go to that channel. It's spanking brand new. We're going to have more footage up there, but so far you can see some of our live content and a few little things there. But we'll eventually be building that channel as well. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, so Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. Instagram, we want to say good morning. This is not the morning, this evening, but we see Mike Wifey events. And who else? Victorious Veronica
Yeah.
100 Joy. Pastor Ed is up there. And we just want to say thank you for joining us. Mr. E, I'm going to slip over to see what YouTube is doing. I hope you all are on our platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter. Make sure you say something like we want you to say something, acknowledge yourself so we can shout you out and show you some love.
That's right. That's right. That's what it's all about, Miss Hinton. We want to shout you out and show you that we appreciate all that you're doing and what you and what we can bring to the table for you. Because we want to make sure you have nothing but the very best when it comes to FYI After Dark.
Absolutely. We need your support, but we want to support you as well. We want to know what you do. Tell us what you do. Tell us how you spend your day, where you're from, and let's talk a little bit. You know, it's not all about us only, it's about us, all of us, wherein, we can get a chance to, get to know one another, share things, share ideas, and support one another. It's about us supporting you all, not just you all supporting us. But in the meantime, I want to welcome our sponsors. And so, our sponsors, let's go to our first sponsor, which is Beard Gods. Beard Gods, you all can go to www.beardgods, that's BEARDGODZ, beardgods.com. Go up there and say hello to Mr. Chris Hinton. He is the owner at Beard Gods, and you all can go up there and find out how you can make your beard great again. That's his thing, making beards great again. And so he has the shampoos, the conditioners, he has the balms, the oils, the vitamins, the picks. He has the hat, the hoodies. And go up there. It will really, really, really make you feel good, make you feel special, because he has some nuggets up there as well, Mr. E, telling men how to take care of themselves. And women can buy the products, for your hair. And the conditioner is great. The balm is still good. you know, and so whether you're male or female, you can definitely buy the products. But he has created this for those who have beards as well, and he want to make them great again.
That's right. That's right. And all you got to do is go up. Excuse me. All you have to do is go to www.beardgods, that's BEARDGODZ.com.
Absolutely. So you all visit him, visit the website, get your things. He was shipping out orders today. Mr. E put in his order. He finally got your order.
Right.
And we're so excited about that. We also want to welcome Bulvic. Oh my goodness. Bulvic Academy. This is my business. And we have some great things from Bulvic Academy. You all please visit www.bulvicacademy.com and find out about bullying. Parents and kids and schools can find out information about bullying, what it is, why people bully. That's on our blog there on bulvicacademy.com. But you can also get some fun things that have been created by Yolanda Hinton. And that's the book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. It's in English, Spanish, it's in Audible, hard copy, download. You can go to the store, Barnes and Noble, and you can request it. Wherever books are sold, you can get that book. Or you can go straight to the horse's mouth, which is bulvicacademy.com. That's BULVIC. Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose is the first book. The Diary of a Former Bully is spanking brand new. And you all can go and get that book. You can actually go into the stores and ask. You can go in Barnes and Noble and say, I want that book, or go online where books are sold, or you can go to the website to get the link at bulvicacademy.com. Also, what else is there? The Bulvic Game, app is there. You can go to bulvicacademy.com and you can get Bulvic the Game. It is a wonderful game app. It's called Bulvic, BULVIC, and you can get it there, buy it there for your kids, for your school, wherever you want to do with it. It's a wonderful game of mystery. It's in a school setting. It has an anti-bullying theme. You got to fight monsters. You got to fight good time. Mr. E's still trying to master it because it's not for the faint at heart.
That's right. It's not for the faint of heart, but guess what? I'm going to get it. I have not put it down but one or two times since I had the game. I got it on both of my devices. I got it on my Apple device as well as my other Android device. So you can get them on both Android and Apple devices. And hey, don't. It's a hard game. It's a hard game.
It's not. I mastered it, and other people have. So, Mr. E, you keep doing it. If you keep working on it, you're gonna get it.
That's right.
But anyway, it is a wonderful game. You all can actually go straight to Google and get it for your Android, or you can go straight to apple.com and get it for your iPhone and iPad. So go up there, get the game, get the books, and get the information for you and your parents, for your kids, for your school. And there's some other new things that's going to be popping up real soon. We just have a little snippet of what it's going to be. And we're going to talk to you all more about it as we progress and bring it forth so you can understand how you can be involved in this new program. Also, Young Women Achieving Success. That's Crystal Community Development Corporation. And we would love for you all to be involved in the nonprofit organization. Crystal Community Development Corporation is my nonprofit organization. And we have programs for young people, mentoring young people's activities. Just a wonderful, wonderful program. And you can actually request the brochure. We have brochures if you like to see it. We have a page, Young Women and Young Men Achieving Success page on Facebook. But we are looking for kids that's the ages of 11, I believe 11 to 17. The boys would probably be younger, maybe like 9, 10 to 17. And we follow the school year, so we will be recruiting close to the time of them going back to school. August, the month of August will be our recruitment day, and you can get more information from me, Crystal Community, or you can call 757-287-6792, or you can email Crystal Community, that's CRISTO Community at Cox.net. That's Crystal Community, CRISTO Community at Cox.net. We have wonderful, wonderful programs, and we would love for you all to have your children in this free program to those that qualify.
Yeah.
Okay, crystalrecords.com. You can go get the ladies' music. But I tell you what, the ladies' music is available, the brand new single. It's about 2 weeks old. Make It All Right. Make It All Right is the new single by Yolanda Hinton. Wherever music is sold, you can get it. You can go to Apple. You can go to Amazon. You can go to the iTunes, the Spotify's, all those folk, you can go and get it. I'm going to put it in the link and let you all see where you can get it from. You can just click the link and get it. There it is. And I'm going to, let's see, make sure that's right. Make sure you all have it. Let me make sure I get it right for you all. But anyway, we're going to have that link up there for you. In the meantime, don't forget, Make It All Right. Get it where music is so spanking brand new. Great music. What you think, Mr. E?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful music. My God, it's off the chain. You don't want to miss it. You want to get this in your library. I mean, you can hear it. I mean, go and get it, buy it. I have it. So you got to go ahead and get it and buy it also. And I'm not just saying because I'm a co-host of the radio show with Miss Hinton. I'm saying it because it's great music, great song, and great meaning. That's right. Great music, great song, and great meaning. There's a message behind all of it because Make It All Right.
Absolutely. So there are the links. You can go up there and get the links on our page right now in the chat and go and get that music support. It's beautiful music. It's more coming. You'll be hearing me sing it soon and performing it. Definitely, you will be blessed by it. So thank you for letting us feature our sponsors, talk about the new music, the website. Thank you so much for joining us again. And let me see if there's any other thing that we want to mention about our sponsors before we get started. Let's go back to our FYI brand. And of course, this show is sponsored by FYI because we also have a FYI radio show live in the morning. Mr. E, tell folk about that.
There's 10 platforms that you can see FYI radio show in the AM. You can hear us on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, excuse me, and WMVA 88.9 FM. That's WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and WMVA 88.9. And just in case you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is click on to 1400 AM, 1300 AM, click and listen live. We on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on all those social media platforms.
We want to say good evening to Mr. Mark A. Howard. Mark, how did you like MEAC? And how did you feel about the ladies winning again this year? What do you think about Howard? You know, they came through, but I tell you what, Norfolk State did their thing. They did well. And we want to say congratulations to Norfolk State University, especially our ladies.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So, Mr. E, we've already mentioned the single. This is Women's History Month.
That's right.
And we want to highlight a special lady. Tell us about her.
That's right, Miss Hinton. We want to highlight Maya Chaka, the first Black female referee. That's Maya Marie Chaka, the first Black female referee. On Sunday the 11th, Maya Chaka became the first Black female referee to serve in an NFL game, converting on her march accomplishments of becoming the first Black woman to be selected as an NFL official.
Yeah.
Who is the newest female NFL referee, and how did she get there to where she is today? Maya Chaka is a health and physical educational teacher in Virginia Beach, Virginia public school system, and worked at the Radisson Academy with students who have unique needs. Her colleagues share glowing reviews of Chaka work quality and drive, describe her as a leader by example who inspire confidence. That's Miss Maya Chaka.
Wow, right here in our own backyard.
Right here in our own backyard.
That's a blessing. I want to say good evening to Miss Treasure. Hey, Treasure. Look, I heard you was playing a little bit of tennis. We're going to start calling you Venus or Serena, baby. We're glad that you're getting involved in your extracurricular activities. Congratulations on, just going out there and being who you are and loving who you are. And we're really proud of you. This is Women's History Month, Mr. E. And I just want to just say hello and congratulations to all women out there. Whether you are on a big stage, little stage, whether you're at home, whether you're in the workforce, whether you've done great feats, we just want to say thank you for being a blessing. Women have made such great contributions. They're inventors. They have, done things far above what, some people would have thought, a woman could do, because at one time they wouldn't even let women vote, Mr. E.
That's right. They wouldn't let women vote. The women has come a long way. That slogan that we come a long ways, baby. Yes. That's true. Women has come a long ways from being in slavery and being not able to vote, being not able to manage the house. And, they have come a long ways, and we're thankful to God that the women is now, in the peaking out, and they're doing a whole lot of great things, from referees to owning businesses to newscasters. Who would ever thought that there would be a lady who has helped do the mathematics for the first rocket to take off?
We did. We thought we could do it, because when you think something, when you believe something, when you dream something, you can definitely do it. It was in us all the time. And because we fight for what we want in this society, we get what we want. And I want to encourage all ladies to go ahead, fight for your rights, get the things that you want to make you who you are, a better you, and to live a fabulous life that God has given you to have. It's just a marvelous thing to see where we have come from, and the fact that we will keep fighting our way to where we want to be. We have a woman vice president. We have women that have run for president. We're going to highlight Miss Shirley Chisholm, who ran for president in a time when that was like unthinkable. And look at, if she could see society now, if she would see the world now, and the fact that we have a woman vice president, she would really like stand up and just cheer, because it was something that she saw and she wanted to achieve, but it did not happen in her generation. But look at the generation here. We're in 2023. We are here in 2024. looking right in the face of a woman standing in the White House as vice president. Listen, don't you all get it twisted. It's inevitable that a woman will become president. You heard it first here at FYI Radio Show, that a woman will become president of the United States in the future. And we're glad about that because we deserve to be where we are. We deserve because we have worked so hard. Young ladies, keep working for what you want. Don't let nobody on this earth stop you from going and getting what you want. It's for you to have an abundant life, a rich life. God has given you everything. It's nothing that you can't achieve. It's nothing that you can't have. Don't you let anybody make you think you can't have the best. You can't work for the best. You can't educate yourself in the best way. You can't live an abundant life. You all, just keep striving to be better. I was looking at the award show, Black Hollywood Women Award Show. It was so beautiful, not just because of the accomplishments, but there was a sisterhood. And it felt so good and genuine. Sometimes I hesitate to look at some of these award shows, but this one I just kind of like sat back and like, wow, look at the energy coming from this show. Look at the ladies, how they are embracing one another and lifting one another up. We do that in our Young Women Achieving Success program. After the pandemic, we had to start up over with new girls because most of our older girls had graduated during that time of the pandemic. But we have young ladies now, and they are bonding, and they are creating a sisterhood. And we want to instill in them that there's nothing impossible, that they can have what they want in life. They can work hard to get it. And that sisterhood means a lot. When you have people that are, giving you the cheer, when they're cheering you on, when they tell you you can do it, when they're able to speak into your life, and when they're able to mentor you and things like that, that means a lot to a woman, to a young lady, to a girl. Even our boys are getting mentored. But this is Women's History Month, so we're talking about the ladies, honey. And it's just a fabulous thing to be able to instill lovely things in the lives of girls. I've been doing Young Women Achieving Success since 2006. It's 2024, and it is a joy to be able to, give away scholarships or take them out to a play or, an activity, help them to learn how to cook, help them to learn how to be mathematicians, whatever they want to be in life, to go to college or not go to college. Some of them want to build businesses. Some of them want to be dancers and entertainers. Some of them want to be lawyers and accountants. We got those that want to be chefs. We got them, they want to be so many different things. And so we bring in mentors and speakers that can inspire them to go for it, to follow their dreams. And so I just want to say National Women's Month is for all women, all young ladies. And we, give you all the credit in the whole wide world for making life better for us and our families. Without women, hey, what Beyonce say? We run the world, we rule the world. It's girls and women. We are in the house, and we know that we are important. We are not second-class citizens. We will never be that. And so we're very happy that we can contribute. So Mr. E decided he would pop back in. Mr. E, are you
That's
there?
right. Mr. James Brown said, this is a man's world, and it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. So,
Tell the truth now.
All you women, congratulations. James Brown spoke it up and said, man made the plane, the bus, and all that to carry the load. But this is a man's world, but it won't be nothing
Absolutely
without a woman or a girl.
With that, Mr. E, I wanted to go on our topic. I know we were going to talk about breaking news. We'll do that a little bit later. But I wanted to talk about our topic. And this is just a recap because on our FYI Radio morning show live, we discussed on Wednesday, and on Friday, chivalry. And Mr. E, can you tell folk what chivalry is before we get into the subject
Well,
matter?
when we define the word chivalry, we find that chivalry is polite, kind, and unselfish behavior, especially by men towards women. In the Middle Ages, chivalry was to set a set of rules and ways of behaving which knights were expected to follow. So chivalry is polite,
Mhm.
kind, and unselfish behavior, especially towards women. You know,
Yes,
chivalry. I'm gonna say that again. Chivalry is kind and polite. When you look at the British terms of it, Miss Hinton, I like the British term. It says the combination of quality expected of an ideal knight, courage, honor, justice, and ready to help the weak, courteous behavior towards women. I like that.
absolutely. Look, is chivalry dead? You know, a lot of people say, well, some people, I think sometimes people think to say it's dead before they can really think. But if you look around you, you know, just things are still not, they may not be the same, but they're still being done in certain ways. You know, each generation is different, wherein in the past, Mr. E mentioned the night, you know, the night might have walked past and saw a woman trying to cross a puddle, and he might have laid his jacket
That's right.
on the ground, or his cloak or his cape. In this day and time, I don't know if men would lay those jackets down like that, but I'm sure he might even pick her up and take her across that mud. You know, things just are a little different, but you know, people still have the same ideas. You know, I talked to a young lady, excuse me, who talked about wanting to be pursued by a man. She wanted to be hunted. Mr. E, what is hunting?
Well, hunting is when you have gotten your prey together. You study your prey and studied everything that you need to do to go out there and get what you want to hunt for. Just like if you go deer hunting, you got to know the art of deer hunting. If you go fishing, you got to have the right bait to catch the fish that you want. If you go hunting for a wife or girlfriend, you got to have the right bait. A lot of times folks don't understand, they may not never understand that men are silly because men are known to be snakes and snails and puppy dog tails. And so when a man grows up, he has to learn how to pursue and what it takes to get the right girl, the girl that he's looking for. Now, there's a lot of times that there are women who go out there and pursue the man. And when they go out there and get the man, that's not him hunting, that's her hunting.
Well,
You
why
know,
do we have to use the word hunting anyway? Maybe women may be offended. People may be offended by that term hunting, like you're hunting for some animal or something. You
well,
know, maybe like you said, pursuing or
right,
find. The scripture says, "He who finds a wife
right.
finds a good thing." But like I said, Mr. E, we're living in a different day and time. Some women, you know, may not be old fashioned. They may say, "Listen, when I see something that I want, I'm going after it."
That's right.
Is that right or
That's
wrong?
that's right. Miss Hinton, times are changing. As a woman, you may try to may be tired of sitting around and waiting for the right guy to contact you. You want to take control of your love life and your destiny. You go after what you want in other areas of your life. So why not pursue a man also? If this is you, you need to stop. There are better ways to feel in control that will yield results.
Well,
There are
what
better
about a
ways.
woman that
Stop
may
it.
go ahead? What about a woman that may want her cake and eat it too? She'll say, "Well, I want to be independent. I want to be liberated, but I still want you to pay the bills. I still want you to pull out my chair. I still want you to pay for lunch when we go out to date. I'm liberated, yes, but I'm not that liberated. I want you to do it all. I want you to hunt, but I want to have power in the relationship. Uh, and I want certain things, but I still want you to have that chivalry.
Let's look at this. If you are accustomed of pursuing a man, there may be two major reasons this technique is not working. First, men know how to pursue women when they are interested. Second, women think this approach is giving them more control than it does. Here's the thing that we got to understand. When a woman pursues a man, it puts a man on edge. He
Who
don't
said
know
that?
he don't know how to accept a woman looking for him.
Yeah, we
Because
had somebody say that, Mr. E. We had a
that's right.
caller call in and said
That's
he
right.
feels suspicious.
It feels kind of out of character. When a woman goes searching for a man, it makes him very, very on a defense and make him very nervous.
Well,
Now,
why?
because men are not used to women pursuing him. They're not used to, because when we look at the characteristics of a man, or we look at how life's supposed to be, men was designed by God to be the head. So women, the scripture is right, like you said earlier, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, not he that findeth a husband, because sometimes
But what if it's not your husband? It's just somebody trying to be your boo.
well, if she's out there searching for just a boo, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because there's a slogan that's out there in the world. Why pay for the cow when I can get the milk for free?
Who's a cow?
That's the
Who's a
slogan.
cow?
That's the slogan, because what you don't want is a man to think that you are vulnerable, a man to think that you are on the cutting edge, a man that thinks
Mr.
that
E, what
you,
world are you living in?
you know, so so
2024,
so so
women are more aggressive.
that's
They
right.
are more
That's right.
independent. They have their own.
That's right.
They want to have some of the power in the relationship. And some of them are not as old fashioned as you think. Some of them will listen, some of them will even ask a man to marry them in
That's
this day
right.
and time. They
That's
will
right.
propose to a man.
That's right. That's right. And that's right.
Is that
All
right or wrong?
That's right. All this new technology, this new way of thinking, they don't throw all the old way out of the window, and it's every man for himself.
Well, let
You
me
know,
say this, Mr. E. You have technology. So listen to this. You have dating sites set up now. And so everybody has their profile up. Women have their profile. Men have their profile. And so listen, a woman will get up there, put her profile, and she'll describe who she is, what she does, and what she wants. And so that's why I'm saying it's different, because when someone looks at her profile, they say, "Ooh, this looks like a nice lady, a young, beautiful woman, uh, and she wants this, this, and this, and this." I'm going to answer her call. I'm going to answer her. I mean, there are plenty of men up on these dating sites, and women, whoever goes after them, and they'll do the same thing. But it is an even field now, Mr. E, because women
that's right.
are already up there online saying, "This is what I want, who I want. Now let me see if you qualify."
That's right. Because one time or another, when a woman flirts with a man, it made him feel very uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
On the edge. Well, this woman is flirting with me.
Mm.
This woman is chasing me, or this woman is after me. But Miss Hinton, in this day and age, that's what they are
They're
really
doing.
running after. But here's the kicker part. Are they gonna go by the Bible, or are they just gonna go for what they know? The scripture declares that he that findeth a wife. Now, it didn't say he that finds a husband.
It don't. I think you twisting it around, Mr.
No,
E.
no, no, no.
He
So
that findeth a wife findeth a
sign is
good
a
thing,
good
but he
thing.
can't say that a woman cannot put out there what
He
she
didn't find
wants and
her.
go after you. I think it's a thing of when he finds it, it's a good thing. Not that he has to go after that. That she can't go and find. See, let me explain what I mean by that, Mr. E. This whole thing is set up anyway. Listen, women and men come together all the time to pursue relationship. You can go when you go to school, you got girls and guys, and their eyeballs are roaming. They're
That's right.
looking for, okay, you can go to church. And I promise you, let me, and you know this for yourself as a pastor. Let's put one single man in a pack of young ladies that are single.
That's
And
right.
I promise you, those women, let me give you an example. There was a minister who lost his wife in one of the churches that my mom came up under. And he lost his wife. And guess what? He had women bringing him chicken dinner,
That's right.
pineapple
That's
upside
right.
down. Oh, they was doing everything they could to. He wasn't hunting, but they were hunting him, and
That's
they
right.
showed you know they might not have had their mouth, oh, I want you, man. It won't that. It was this discreet way of saying I'm
That's
available,
right. It
and
it
that's
might
what was going on.
it might give them a sign. It might give that man a sign and throw it in their cards and say, hey, look, anytime you looking for, anytime you feel like you want, here's my apple pie. Anytime you looking for, here's some chicken and rice. Anytime that's their business card of saying to the man, I can cook, I can clean, I got a little money in my pocket. I want to let you know that anytime you looking for a mate, here I am, baby. Sign, seal, deliver. I'm yours. Yeah,
In the clubs, it's the same way. You
that's
go in
right.
the club and you know why everybody's there. People are there to dance, they're there to drink, they're there to do what they do, but they are looking for the one. And so, whether you are a man pursuing a woman or a woman pursuing a man, that's the atmosphere that takes place. Now, women, they give that sign, like we were just talking about, of I like what I see. I like you. Uh, they're gonna do that. Something happened to. I'm not gonna name the person. Just recently, it was someone that was eating somewhere, and here comes the lady, the waitress, and everything, and she gives the check, but her number is on the check. I'm trying to tell you, Mr. E,
That's
that
right.
this is a new
That,
day. Women are going after what they want. Chivalry is not dead, but things have definitely changed.
here's some stuff that I read. It says I asked a woman, I asked a woman who pursued men if there were negative to reach out first. Many of them reported that although at first they felt more in control, they often questioned the man's commitment and felt more valuable waiting for a response. Ultimately, when what these women felt was the opposite of control. See, here's the thing, Miss Hinton. Here's the thing, because we are living in another day, another time
Mhm.
where women are saying, men, you are too slow. I'm looking for the right Mr. And here a woman knows exactly what she wants. She knows what qualifications that she's looking for,
Yes,
and
she has a list.
she don't mind going after it. But I have a problem because there are so many women that made wrong decisions by going after the man that they thought was their superhero, and he don't work. He sits home and play the Nintendo game. He don't have a job, and he watches the baby while she go and do what she got to do. And so I have a problem with that. Where are the men at? And if she love it, Miss Hinton, in this day and time, I'm backing off on it.
Well, let's look at it in another perspective. So we had one caller talking about women and
Yeah,
that being uncomfortable, but we had somebody else who said that they were going to use chivalry and open the door for a woman,
yeah,
and she snarled.
that's
She did
right.
not like it at all, and it made him feel uncomfortable. So, ladies,
He felt rejected.
chivalry may not be dead, but do you welcome chivalry? I want anybody in the chat, let us know. Do you welcome chivalry? Do you want a man to pursue you? Do you want somebody to come into your DMs? Do you want somebody to answer your ad, that you're available? Do you want somebody to propose, or do you want to propose? Some women are proposing to men. Do
That's
you
right.
want to ask a man out for a date? Do you want to pay for the check? It all depends on how, women look at things now. Everybody's different, but men are a little bit suspicious and weary about being approached by women. But some of them probably have now cold feet because some of the reactions from a woman, and a woman can be deadly now. You get a woman in the club, especially around her girls, and you approach her any kind of way or look any kind of way and see if you don't get embarrassed.
Miss Hinton, and that's what men, that's why men, just like a woman, she got her guard up because she done been hurt by a man. Now,
Well,
a
not all the
man,
time.
not all the time,
A woman can just be stern.
but there's some women that got their guard up. Now, there's some men now, because we had a caller, like you said, to call in and said he tried to be a gentleman. He was trying to be
Yes.
a knight in shining armor. He was trying to just be courteous and kind to her, but she gave him that rejection look, or she cut him off and say, "Get away from me." And he said, now all he was trying to do, he wasn't trying to put the make on him. He wasn't trying to. He was just trying to be a great man, a nice gentleman, to let folks know that, hey, there are still a few gentlemen around here.
Well, let me explain something to you, Misty. Because you around the brothers, the fellas, brothers. Let me explain something. Sometimes your approach is not all that. You can't sit up there telling lies and selling flies, all this phony stuff coming up with a whole lot of phony lines. A woman is not like that. Well, that's one thing that gets under her skin. If you coming with, a phony line, maybe you all should practice, some of you guys.
Well,
You got to really come with something that a woman that's really appealing. First of all, when she sees you, she wants to see that feel. She wants that feeling of, dang, he is on. She wants that. But if you just, come around and you just either joking too much, saying too many rude things, because sometimes men, let's y'all don't know what to say. Sometimes you're saying the wrong thing. Sometimes you're going too hard sexually. In the first sentence, sometimes you're just too aggressive. Sometimes, and a woman, if you're going to pursue her, it's like a game. You got to pursue her with a certain suave. You cannot sit back and run your game. Now you can run game on some women, but a lot of women are, especially what Mr. E said, that they have they have this wall up. You got to come correct. And then older women, Lord knows, you better come correct with an older woman. She's not playing your games. You may be able to get away with it with the younger women and your line with younger women, but these older women are not falling for some of this crap. They're the ones that's going to look at you crazy and make you feel embarrassed if you come the wrong way.
Miss Hinton, not only that, now suppose, let's put it in the flip side of it. When a woman tries to pursue a man and she looking at him from a distance, But she said, oh, he's fine, he's tall, he's dark, and he's handsome. And then when she get up close to him or started talking to him, he's a thug. He's got one side he's good, and one side he's a hard rock. But see, he's a bad boy, So now, when a man pursues a woman, when she first begin to dialogue with him, she should know whether or not that's the man for her. Is that if that guy is for me, because of the first words may come out of his mouth? Yo, what it be like? Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Just like our caller said, he was only trying to open up the door. He was only trying to reach out and open the door for her, and she went to her high karate stand. Hurrah! Haku. And so when a man does that, for example, men walks on the outside of a woman. So if in the car should come by, he stands right there and he'll take the blunt in. Men shade their umbrella with a woman. A man will open up the door for a woman. A man would put down his coat so she wouldn't get her feet wet in the pool or take her across the water. And some women said, okay, I like that man. I like how he does. He's what I've been looking for, but he could be a game. Now, watch this. Then there's some women who have been taught by their daddy to watch out for the wolves, to watch out for a man who's dressed he's a wolf in sheep clothing. He dressed the part, he looked the part, he sang the part, but guess what? He got a game. Mm-hmm. And so same way with men is looking at women. When men begin to look at a woman and a woman begin to approach him, some men don't know how to handle it. A woman coming after me, a woman looking at me in a certain fashion. That's why it was so easy for Wade to go bye-bye when Miss Willis and them was what had that go, because she said he was trying to be the big bad boy.
Well, she said that he was trying to keep a woman in a certain way, in a submissive, docile. All women are not docile. All women are not timid. All women are not weak. You got strong women like her, where her father has taught her to have her own and be strong. Right. So you can't come as a man looking for that from someone that is not going to bring that. She's not bringing that. Don't come to her talking about you going to pay for everything. Don't come to her talking about you going to do this, that, and other, because she's not in agreement with that. And so that's the thing. Two minds come together, and there has to be some kind of attraction. Okay, say you have the initial attraction. Oh, he looked good. Oh, she looked good. Hey, can I have your number? Well, yeah, I kind of like attracted to you. So yeah, here it is. All right, let's get to know one another. And so you begin to date, and you find out things that you like, and you find out things that you don't like. But then eventually you'll find out what's in a person.
That's right.
And once you find out what's in a person, there are some things that you're not going to be putting up with, or there are some things that you can put up with. It starts with the eye, and the physical. But I promise you, you'll soon find out if somebody's for you when you meet someone. You're not always going to you're going to be attracted, but you're not going to always stay attracted at times, because some people just will find out, you know what, I really don't like him. I found him to be this, or I don't like her because she thinks she's this and she thinks she's that.
That's right.
And so I don't care if a man pursues you first or a woman is pursuing you, a man. You still got to get to know who a person is by heart, what's in them. Some things you'll eventually find out that's in them. Some of their secrets you'll find out. Some of the things they don't even know about themselves will come out. That's and eventually right. You're going to have to find out if you can put up with this person. You have to set boundaries. You got to draw the line. And you've got to say, wait a minute, I don't care. We can go through the hard times, the tough times, the mountain, the hill. I'm with this person for life. And there's some people, unreconcilable differences that say, listen, this ain't gonna work. I may love you, but I ain't all that much in love with you. You know, I pursued you, I wanted you, and I got you, but I tell you what, I'm taking you back.
That's right. I mean, I want to say good afternoon to they love underscore pretty face, LILICIA. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show, FYI After Dark, with our host, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. You know, Miss Hinton, when we begin to look at that can go on both sides. Men can pursue a woman, and a woman can pursue a man. Now, a lot of people judge the cover of the book, and they so busy looking at the outside of the book and never decided to open up the book.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dating and when you see somebody that you like, sometimes you got to take your time and look at how the book has been designed. Look at the spine of the book. Look at the cover. Look at the texture of the book. And look at, then you decided to go and look at the introduction of the book to see what this book is all about. See, sometimes we see an outward appearance of a person, but we don't know what's going on the inside of. We don't know whether or not that person got some luggage that's out of this world. We don't know the motive of a person. We don't know who this person is. And then when you start getting people that's silent, don't talk, won't know nothing about them because they got a private side of them. So you cannot dig deep into them because they're not uncovering stuff. It's very hard for you to get into somebody, to know somebody when they got a private side in them.
And well, that's what you'll learn about them. You'll learn that they're private. You may think they are real, outgoing and stuff, and then you find out, wait a minute, this person don't talk, they don't communicate.
That's right.
You'll find out all this stuff will come out eventually. That's what I'm saying. Relationships, may start with the attraction, the pursuit, but you eventually got to get to know who people are. And I'm telling you, once you find out who they are, either you're going to be able to put up with it or you're going to be able to look, there's the door. I can't do this with you.
There's a slogan that he got out. The same thing it took to get that woman or that man, you got to do the same thing to keep them.
Well, let's talk about it. Have men stopped? You talking about chivalry? Have men stopped opening the door? Have they stopped? No. Putting that cape down for their queen. Tell us what is all about. Hey, Miss Annie Salario, how are you?
I don't think that men stop being what we call gentlemen. I don't think that men stop walking on the outside of a woman. I don't think that men stop opening the doors. But here's what I think that happened. This new generation, this new generation of a woman said, anything you could do, they become compatible. They become competition. Anything you can do, I can do better. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, you can. Because if a man decided that I'm going to open up a door for you, he's only been a gentleman. All you got to do is sit back and let him open up your door and let him help you get into your car and don't run the brother away. Just like some women don't want, hey, look, I'm an independent. I can do my own thing. I drive my own car.
Some men like independent women.
Some men like independent women because they can stand on their own. They can come in and do what they got to do and go on about their business. I want to say good morning to Miss Enoch. Okay, whatever that name is.
Enoch, how you doing? Oh, wow. From Zambia. Oh, my goodness. I am very, you know what? That would be so wonderful. Let us know what you feel about the subject matter, chivalry. Is chivalry dead? What do people think? Are you old fashioned? Do you like independent women? Do you like women that have their own money, their own job, their own cars? Or do you want that woman that can sit back at home and just be a homemaker and take care of your kids and do a wonderful job at it? We also want to say good evening to Eric W. Ray. Thank you so much.
That's my cousin, Eric V. Ray, the second. Let us know what you think, Brother Ray. type in this man right here, Miss Hinton, he's a debonair. He's a great man. Tell us, Dr. Ray, is chivalry gone? It's how do you what do you think about a woman and a man, a woman pursuing a man, or do you think chivalry is gone out the back door? That's go ahead and take the time out, Mr. Ray, and start putting your comments in the box right there. Mr. Enoch, put your comments in the back. Miss Ann's scenario, put your comment in the box and let us know. Treasure, yeah, you're a young lady, and you only a young girl, so put your comments, Miss. That they love. Put your comments in the box. Mike, put your comments in the box and let us know, is chivalry still here? Do women appreciate a man opening up the door? Do women appreciate a man open up the car door for them, or paying for their dinner or paying for their lunch? Now, here's what I heard. That's what I heard, that a lot of women would prefer to pay for their own dinner, because they said every time a man takes care, they're always looking for something in return.
Yes. Annie says chivalry is not dead, and women absolutely appreciate it. I love that.
That's right.
She's saying that, hey.
I like that.
She's saying that, listen, women still want it. They want to be loved in a certain way. And when you show you care, when you take them out, when you open the door, or when you take you go to parents and you say, look, I'm in love with your daughter. Or if you go to her mom and say, she's so special, thank you for birthing her, anything that's sweet. When you take her hand and walk down the street with her, showing that, hey, this is my lady. This is my
That's
queen.
right. This is my trophy. I saw that when I was a young lad. My grandfather was walking down the street with his bride, and I mean, he was so proud of who she was. He did not want nobody to know that this trophy is not his trophy. This is my trophy, and I'm proud of her. Some women and some men today don't want to walk down the street, don't want to be seen holding hands with their significant other.
And why is that?
I have no idea. Some folks feel like they're ashamed of each other, and some women done got to the point, and here's the kicker part that gets me so much is, so many women done has experienced hurt. So many men done experienced hurt, and because in their past they have experienced hurt and they experienced the pain, and they have not gotten over it. Now, I got a question that I want to ask. So now, how in the world can a man and a woman go further in a relationship when you're still holding on to your past?
Well, unless you come together, and that's why we have counselors. That's why we have ministers. We have people that can help you to solve. You're going to have to see, if there's a problem, you're going to have to seek help for a problem. If you're just sitting around and thinking a problem is going to solve itself, you can forget it. And then there's this thing called irreconcilable differences.
That's
you
right.
will never agree, and you'll end up probably not staying together, because it's not in the two people to compromise enough to agree on it. Some things, like I said, the boundaries, when you cross them, and people don't want you to, they shouldn't be crossed. People are going to fall out. They're going to fall out of love, Mr. E. They're going to fall out of marriage. They're not going to, want to have that connection. Now, let me say this also, and this may be old-fashioned, but you have to take time to get to know a person when you are pursuing one another. And the reason for that, and I mentioned it earlier, there are things that's in them that you don't know yet.
That's right.
And you're going to soon find out. But the key thing is, you have to find out if these are things that you can put up with. Some things that you discover about a person, you may not be able to deal with. If you say you're dating somebody and you find out they're an axe murderer, that may be in their pathway. You may say that, oh, that I didn't sign up for that. Or if he's an abuser and you didn't know it, it was so full of love and things like that at the beginning, and he starts hitting and busting your head open. You just hold up, this ain't gonna do. There are things, and it may not be as drastic. I'm just exaggerating. It could be something as little as, you snore, you pick your nose, or you don't wash up or something. I don't know, something crazy, or you don't like to work. There are things that people have drawn the line and said, this is not what I signed up for. Mr. E, don't you know women have a list? I want a man dark, tall, dark, and handsome. I want an educated man. I want a rich man. They have this list. And I'm telling you, sometimes when you don't meet those qualifications, she may go out with you a few times and she may like the pursuit. You may be a nice person, but certain things people can't put up with. And that's why I'm saying you're going to have to take your time sometimes getting to know people, because why? There are things that's in them that you haven't seen yet. You're going to discover. There are things that they're going to discover about you. There are some things that they don't know about themselves that's going to come up, that's going to be revealed. So you're going to be revealed in these relationships. You're not just going to, it's just not going to be a honeymoon stage all the time. It's going to be a revelation. You're going to reveal who you are. Can I put up with when I find out who you are? That's going to be the real test.
Here's some secure notes that, a man has two options in a relationship: either to stand up and be the man, or sit down so the woman can see the man behind you. So that's some good notes that a woman should take. And step two, they got to learn how, like you said, to date. Tired of rinsing and repeating strategy. It's not time. It's time you learn how to truly connect in a dating process.
Yes.
Get all the questions that you have. Ask the questions while you're dating. Miss Ann said this: a person's character matters more than how many dates he can take me on. How he treats other people while on the date are more important than how much the dinner costs. That's a real man. I like that in a man. And when a man can sit back and be a gentleman all around, his mannerism kicks in. He does what is right. How you doing? He speaks. See, a lot of people don't like it when a man speaks to other folks. It could be just his upbringing, where he just want to speak to everybody. How y'all doing? And good afternoon. And then he just don't and see friends that he know. He introduced his not only do the friends that he know, but he introduced his prize. He introduced the lady that he's with, with her. And I think that when a man is proud, he is happy. We can make foolish mistakes in life. Show me one person who has been divorced. And I'm gonna put it this way: show me a person who has been divorced and remarried and still not thinking about their past. See, sometimes women are men who has been divorced and been in a relationship and got hurt in that relationship, has not released it to start all over again, and they see patterns of what they've been through before, and they shut down.
They can shut down all they want, and a lot of people do, Mr. E, and they do go by their past sometimes. But the thing about it is, that's something that folk are going to have to heal from, because everybody is not like that ex. Everybody is not like what you had. The whole wide world. And this is where sometimes we, stereotype people. Well, all men are dogs and all women are this and all that. You don't know every man. You don't know every woman. You can't pinpoint and say all men are this, all men do that. You don't know yet. I know the ones you might have had or the woman you might have had may be like this, but you have to heal and give yourself a chance to, if you're looking to be in a relationship, to get into a relationship, but make sure you are whole. Make sure you are loving on yourself. Make sure you have something to bring to the table, because, a lot of times, people that are broken are looking for somebody to fix them, or somebody to make up for what that last person didn't do, or so bitter they cannot see good fruit because they're so busy looking at a fuzzy lens. And so, people have to really, really take the time to know if I'm healthy enough to be in a relationship. Sometimes you need to fall back. Sometimes you need to sit this one out, because some people go from person to person to person to person to person and never get to know who they are. Not the other person, but yourself. There's a young lady and she's big in the music industry, and here she is. She I don't even know if she's out of the divorce, but she's into another relationship, and she's had a couple of children, and it's like going from they just keep going and go. It's like, sis, after a while, maybe you want to fall back and say, wait a minute, let me find out what this thing is that keeps me in this cycle of defeat. I can't, seem to manage a good relationship. And maybe sometimes it's self-evaluation. Sometimes we need to fall back, not make the first move, or not be so quick to pursue, or maybe we need to just get to know some of the skills that we need to know in order to have a great relationships first before we get out there wanting folk.
Step 3 here, Ms. Hinton says, understand your love style. Understand your style of love, how you want to be treated. Understand who you are before. Understand the mechanics of what you are looking for. Understand what your style is, because everybody got a different way of showing who they are and what they are. Understand who you are, because become secure in who you are drive deeper into your individual love style. Know who you are. If this what floats my boat, if this what turns me on, if this what I'm looking for, check yourself out first before you change. See, here's the thing you got to understand. If the Lord gave you a vision, you can't go on somebody else's vision. You can't go to somebody else with the vision that was given unto you. You got to go to where the Lord has given it to you to do the way it's supposed to do. Now, when you're looking for someone special, when you going out and you dating, or old folks you said courting, or when you looking for Mr. Right or Miss Right, you got to know who you are first. You got to know you. If a person who said, I'm over what I'm over, and really they are not over, and every now and then they reflect back to it, you made the wrong decision.
Mr. E, I also want to say that sometimes that person don't have what you want, and they may be available, they may be good looking, have a good job and whatever, but sometimes they may not ever have the affection that you want them to have. They've been brought up a certain way. Some people are a little more laid back than others. Some are more energetic, have more energy. Some people are more quiet. Some people are really just high energy. And if you're looking for a person to be high energy when they are naturally a laid back, quiet person, and you're going to beat them up for 30 years, because they not what you would. Some things you will never get out of a person that you want. Well, I chose this person, and they still won't do this. They still won't. Well, they won't gonna never do it because it's not in them to
That's
do.
right. It's not in
Sometimes
their
you got
DNA.
to recognize that you're not going to get what you want from this person. Well, I want to be loved. You fight every day. I want more love. Well, that's all you're going to get because that's all they got to give you.
That's right.
Stop looking and fighting and bashing each other's head over things that you will never get from these folks. Well, I want a man that's going to be a millionaire. Well, he's just a blue collar worker, honey. Grow up. It's not in him. You can push and fuss and fight all you want to, but sometimes we have to recognize that a person is who they are and you can't change them. A lot of times people are in relationships and they're pure T miserable because they're so busy trying to change somebody into something that they are not and never will be. You folk are better off sometimes by falling back and really getting with someone that you all have, like-mindedness, energy that's the same, or you're going down the same. Or how can two walk together except they agree? How can they two walk together unless they have something in common and they want to go the same direction? If I'm walking with you and I say, well, I want to go that way, and I'm holding your hand, and you say I want to go that way, wait a minute, we're not going to ever get anywhere because hey, we're going in two different directions.
That's
and this is what we have to see when somebody's either pursuing us or we're pursuing somebody else. We have to figure out, what do you have to offer? Anybody, I recommend that you have your list.
That's right.
I'm telling you, if there's things that you have to have, you have to go after that. And if those people don't have what you want, or that person, you can't sit up in a relationship for 10 years fighting and beating each other up. Those folks will never be sometimes what you want them to be, and you're wasting your time. You end up miserable in relationships, staying in relationships that you're miserable in, and won't get out of them because you have got yourself in a habit of just going round and round. Well, you won't do this, and why you can't give me that? And every time, it's been 5 years, and you listen. It's time to get smart and say, listen, I can do bad all by myself. I'm going to wait. Sometimes it takes waiting for the right person. Sometimes it takes, really, really having that connection with that person. And sometimes you shouldn't waste your time on that person if that person is not willing and wanting you in that way. You've got to really be careful when it comes to the matters of the heart or chivalry or whatever. You have to, Mr. E, really, 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 get the things that you want in life or move on.
Miss Hinton, and sometimes here's a point for you also. Sometimes folks mature too. Sometimes folks grow up. Sometimes in a relationship, they learn themselves in the relationship.
Yes.
They grow up. They grow up and they start finding themselves, and they start changing because now their minds are developing. Their thought patterns are changing. The education that they have is now kicking in. But you cannot kick against that because they are growing up now, and you probably was advanced. And because you was advanced and now they decided to grow, now you only thing you have to do is continue to exercise and grow and grow. Here's what they say in step 4. Know how to find the one. Put all the pieces together by understanding the strategy behind choosing the person who is a great match for you. Learn to take your puzzle and put all the pieces of the puzzle that you have in your repertoire that you are looking for, that you want. Mr. Right, strong, long, tall, handsome guy. Miss Right, who's very mature and who's growing up. She's suave and she's got a great sense of humor and she's funny. She don't mind being around people. Well, there are some who don't who what they call an introvert. They don't want to be around nobody, and so you might be very outspoken and don't mind being around folk, and they might be the one that sits in the back and says, "Oh me." But when they started growing up, now they want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want to run footloose and fancy free. Now they done mature. Now they done grown up. Now they ready to step up because what they had behind them, they had that gear didn't kick in yet. But guess what? Your gear, you already there. So now you got to put yours on stall or hold and wait for them to catch up. And guess what? It's going to cause you to have one of the worst relationship you want in the world, because guess what? They did not grow. They did not take the time out to really say, hey, look, I'm with you. I'm going to do my thing. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing, and listen, what you do, learn how to pursue the right way. Look, know what you want. Know what you into. Know who you are first.
Yes.
Before you try to put that mesh into somebody else.
Absolutely, but I can say chivalry is not dead. Guess what? Because when it works, it works. It
That's
works.
right.
When you connect, it connects, and you connect, and you can live happily ever after. Chivalry is not dead. Women and women want to be pursued. They want that love. They want that care. They want that hold my hand. They want you to pick them up and take them across the threshold.
They
They
want
want you to be loving fathers. They want you to be kind-hearted to others. They want you to, to be appreciative. They want all of that. They want to see that you are a person of honor, a man of honor. And, I don't care where we go, how long we live in this life, there are going to be good men and good people and good connection and great relationships. Everybody doesn't have a bad relationship. Every relationship doesn't fail. There are people out here that just love kindness, and they will do all they can. You can see chivalry in a lot of ways. It may not be as big as a mountain at times, but you can see it when a person opens the door for you.
Yeah.
Or like I said the other day, I was in a line and I had gift cards to buy for our winners on FYI. I had about 10, maybe 10 gift cards. They were about from $25 to $50 gift cards. And a man turned around and said, I'm paying for every one of those gift cards for her right now. And I'm just saying, chivalry, kindness. He didn't know that these were gifts for others until after he paid. I told him. But he just turned around and he just wanted to have that kindness towards someone. It could be like that. It could be an opening a door. It could be sometimes you're standing in a restaurant and somebody say, hey, I got this. Or somebody's in line and they forgot their wallet and they say, oh, let me take care of this for you. Or, it could be a card. It could be something sweet, just something, a little something. It could be, just a little thing that really, really makes all the difference in your life. Chivalry is not dead. It will never be, as long as we continue to have kind-hearted people.
See, the main thing that one must understand about chivalry is, we have to have pity. We have to have honor. We have to be violent. We have to be courteous. We have to be chastity. That's love. And we have to be loyal. If you got all of those fruits, it's just like the fruits of the spirit. You got to have love, joy, peace, and all the fruits of the spirit that brings you to know him better. When you looking at charity, don't forget the person that's there with you. The same thing it took. You used to laugh with them, laugh some more. You used to look at silly cartoons and y'all enjoyed it. Gun smokes, gunslingers, and all that stuff. Sit down every now and then. And even though you don't like that style, you did it. They did it for you, and they brought it to the table. Sometimes you might even like what they're saying or don't understand their conversation. Listen, but you want them to do for you That's what the scripture said. Do unto others that you have them to do unto you. Because
Absolutely.
chivalry is not dead.
Chivalry is not dead, and we're glad that we're able to, just make conversation about it. Women, make sure you all welcome chivalry as well. There was a man, like we said earlier, that says, "Hey, you scared me because hey, if I want to, show you kindness and open the door, and you look at me like I'm crazy, it makes me feel quite uncomfortable."
Yeah,
And so, men also, when you want to be kind, make sure what you're saying to women doesn't ring out as too sexist or sexual, especially when she doesn't know you. She's going to put up the wall and say, now, wait a minute, that's inappropriate. And you don't know me like that.
that's
And
right.
so we've
That's
got to be careful on the message we send when we are reaching out to others or want to do something kind or, want to meet folk and, want to have relationship or, or we just want to, be in the same space together. Make sure that space is a welcome space and not not me trying to run from you because I think that I can't trust you because I can't trust folk. So we'll cover this topic about relationships, about chivalry. I love talking about relationships and how you know how they play out and where they are in this day and time. You'd be surprised in this day and time who's online looking for love. Love, computer love. People are trying to find love in a lot of spaces, in a lot of places. It's not just the normal way of, we go to a club or a social thing. Now it's social media. Now people are setting up platforms where you all can come together
that's right.
and get to know who they are and get to know one another and stuff like that. So we want to thank you all for joining us. We don't want you to forget to follow us on social media. We have an additional YouTube page, which is FYI Radio Show, host Yolanda Hinton. That's the page. Then we have the other page on YouTube, Cristo Records One, Cristo Records One. Please go and subscribe to those pages. We're trying to make sure we can get a great audience of people on these platforms. And so, if you all don't mind, please follow, like, share, tell folk about our show. Mr. E, tell them what days we come on the morning show.
I want to thank you so very, very much because you can join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM. Well, those are only African American radio stations in the 757 and the 252 owned and operated by African American. That's right. The only African American radio station owned and operated by African American, been around for over 50 years. You can find FYI on those platforms. That's WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, WMVA 88.9 FM. And not only that, if you want to hear us on during the time that we're on at 9:30 to 10, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM. Church webcast will pop up, click and listen live, and you can catch us on all social media platforms. That's over 10 platforms that FYI can be heard all over the world. In Zimbabwe, in Netherlands, all over the world, you can catch FYI Radio Show.
Yes, we have a friend in Ghana, Lillian. I want to shout her out. And you all, yes, all over the world. This is so wonderful to have a platform where you can reach out to the whole world. We're not limited. We're on live radio, of course, but our social media platforms go all around the world. And wherever you are, please join us Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. And don't forget our social media platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook Live. We welcome you. We welcome your ideas. And we just want to say thank you for joining us. Don't forget our sponsors. BulwarkAcademy.com, beardgods.com. Visit those pages. Don't forget to join us for some of our shows on Wednesday. We have What's Under the Hat. We're going to be talking about Women's National Month and highlighting women on that show. Also on Friday, we will have Ms. Jaleesa Brown from the Geneva House talking about women and homelessness.
That's right.
And so we want you to join us. Then, Mondays, we have our sports talk. We're dealing with the NBA. And we covered some other things on today, such as Mike Tyson's fight. Oh, man, we talked about that. That was awesome.
That's going to be pretty soon on Netflix, Miss Hinton.
Yes, that's going to be coming on soon on Netflix. And so we're going to talk more on Sports Talk on Monday. You join us, and we're going to be serving that tea, of course. My teacup is over there, but we're serving that tea, talking about all the breaking news. Speaking of breaking news, honey, Mr. E, did you hear that your former president don't have a brown penny? Or he may have a brown penny, but he don't have enough to pay New York over 400 something million dollars. That broke today. What's going on?
Miss Hinton, when we talk about your former president and all his shenanigans, I don't feel sorry for him, but I just feel this thing that's in the bottom of my spirit. Lock him up.
Oh, that's cold. But hey, it is what it is. Look, we don't have nothing to do with what a person does. If he crosses those boundaries, didn't I just tell y'all that? When you cross a boundary, honey, there's always something or somebody to check you.
That's right.
So, that's the T. Mr. E. Trump don't have the money. Nobody's going to put the money up. Letitia James, the state of New York. Now, this is the state of New York. This is not an individual suing them. This is the state of New York, and they want their moo-moo. They want their moolah. They want their money, baby. He better find it.
Here's what I want our listening audience to do. Come to 25th. That's Monday. Get your popcorn, your hot dog, your peanuts, and your Cracker Jacks. If bruh man don't have that money, you can rest assured they're going to start moving furniture.
Oh, all I can say is this is really playing out like the real reality show.
That's right.
And then we're right smack in the middle of an election. This thing, who knows how it's going to turn out in the sense of what all is going to play out with all these charges, civil charges. You have these criminal charges. And I'm telling you, this man is in a world of trouble, and hey, we don't know what is going to end up happening to him.
What was this show that he had one time before, Miss Hinton?
You're fired? What's that?
Where he would tell folk, you're fired.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot the name of it, but
so now what's going to happen to him? Guess what? America going to say, you fired.
Well, there's a lot of folk that we fired him, the last 4 years. Come on. I don't know why people have forgotten about that, but he's been fired. He wanted to run again, but there are people that are still in his corner no matter what. And so, listen, this is the road that he has chosen for himself. How it plays out is up to how he has paved the road for himself, what he has built his life on. And we'll see. That's the thing. We're going to see what he has built his life on. And it's going to be, how he has his journey. We're going to see how that plays out. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of what we do. We appreciate you. We thank you. Don't forget, Make It All Right. The new single is out. It's just a baby, but I tell you what, it's getting rave reviews. People are buying it. Thank you so much. Make It All Right by Yolanda Hinton. Please go wherever music is sold. You can go to iTunes, Amazon, or wherever and get it. Make It All Right. That's the name of it. Mr. E, how can folk be a special guest sponsor, intern, or audience member with FYI?
If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of the Most Talked About Radio Show, or audience member of the Most Talked About Radio Show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at Everette Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. That's FYI Radio Show Live@gmail.com. If you want to be a special guest or you want to sit in our audience, all you have to do is drop your name and your email there, and also make sure you have StreamYard so we can reel you in and put you right here in our audience, and you can applaud for the comments that we are saying, and they can see you in the background saying they got an audience too. Thank you so much.
I want to shout out again our friends. It says aid_associate. They love _pretty face. Mike Webb, how you doing? You and your wife? How are you all? Mike has a lot of different events, and his wife have some things going on. Mark Howard, you always are a blessing. Annie Solario, thank you for your input. Thank you for joining us. Eric, Ray, that's Mr. E's Ken, folks.
Right.
The young man from is it a young man from Zimbabwe? I believe you said.
Yeah, from Zimbabwe. Enoch,
thank you so much. Treasure, beautiful. Thank you for being on with us. Keep up the good work. The links for the single, they're there. And you all don't forget to join us on Wednesday for What's Under the Hat and celebrating our National Women's Month. You all are a blessing. Mr. E, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being co-host. And we'll see you later as well.
Thank you so much, Miss Hinton, for being the host of the Most Talked About Radio Show. And don't forget, if you'd like to be a sponsor, a special guest, or intern, or be in our audience, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox the emails at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 in the a.m. and on Mondays after dark from 6 to 7. Until then, hey.
Don't forget to share and like and follow us. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you on Wednesday.
See
Be
you,
blessed. Have a wonderful evening.
To there. Yeah.